All right, guys, hang in there for 1 second. I'm getting this party started. Shit. Shit. All right. Let me pull up the chat. Oh, my fucking God. Hang in there, guys. Hang in there. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's making sure I'm not a bot, and it's like, verify these fire hydrants. Okay. Fucking bitches. All right. Early froglets, let's assemble. What up, AC? Greenheart for rookie. All right. I'm ready to do this. Let's go.
I'm Alex Jones, your host. Docs and ding-dongs flopping around. Docs and ding-dongs flopping around. The moon is made of cheese. And tell your kids that they should be a tranny for career day. Docs and ding-dongs flopping around. Docs and ding-dongs flopping around. Excuse me, it's ma'am. It's ma'am. It's ma'am. It's ma'am. I'm Alex Jones, your host. Docs and ding-dongs flopping around. Docs and ding-dongs flopping around. Docs and ding-dongs flopping around.
Ooh. All right, everybody, how's it going? It's yours truly. I'm glad to be back. A very special stream. It's a Sunday. It's the 82nd episode of the Watch Frogs. Usually don't do anything on a Sunday night. However, some big news. But before we begin, greetings, everyone. I'm glad to be here once again for another exciting episode of the Watch Frogs. As I mentioned, it's the 82nd episode. I appreciate every single one of you joining as always. Now, before we begin, please be aware I'm streaming on dlive, Trovo, Kick, Facebook, Rumble, X, formerly known as Twitter, Twitch.tv, and YouTube. And for those who enjoy or prefer an audio-only experience, you can head over to Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or anywhere else where podcasts exist. Of course, links are in the description. There are also a handful of other ways to support the show and keep me independent. Feel free to head over to my Subscribestar, my locals page, or toss a generous donation, my Cash App. I'll greatly appreciate it. So, big news today. The biggest news today. Ron DeSantis is out. He's over. It's done. The DeSantis bros have been melting down reliably. It has been absolutely hilarious. So let me read some of these comments really quick. Friedrich Marx, thank God you're on. If I had to keep hearing Destiny act like there isn't an economic issue, I would lose my shot. I think you meant shit. But yeah, dude, Destiny's a fat liar. I don't understand how he became so popular. His whole shtick is like he's able to read Wikipedia and CNN very quickly. So he just sounds intelligent. And anything that is thrown at him that he doesn't understand, he's like, well, I never heard of it. So therefore it's irrelevant or it doesn't count or something. Like he's really, really bad at debating. If he were to go up against somebody like me, or when he goes up against lawyers like Robert Barnes or Nick Rekieta, he just gets outclassed. Like he's really not that smart. A lot of these like bread tuber guys like Destiny or Hassan Pike or Voss, like none of these people are particularly exceptional or intelligent. They just read very quickly. It's their personalities what people seem to be attracted to. Also, they don't come out as or come off as like overly like capitalistic or like schemy or grifty. You know, they're not like selling hats and shit. You know, they're not like the Amazing Atheist or the Quarter Pounder with cheese. Jeremy the Quartering, total fruitcake. Can't stand that guy. So yeah, no, Destiny is he's full of shit. And again, I mean, I don't even think he misunderstands the economic crisis that we're in. I think he's just a liar, and I mean he's probably being paid by the regime. Wouldn't surprise me. That's what makes the most sense to me. Yeah, but there's a lot of people, even like in my in my life, in my personal life, who just genuinely don't think that there is that the economy's dog shit. It's unbelievable. But you guys, I do have a lot of fun stuff coming up. I have right here the second issue of the January 6th comic series. So J6, what would happen if Orange Man succeeded? What would happen if Orange Man's evil MAGA goons were able to enact the insurrection without being armed or whatever, and they were able to pull it off. So yeah, the second edition, the second issue, this is a lot thicker than the first one. So that's really, really cool. I can't wait to read it. Ethan Van Sciver, he's going out there reviewing comic books. Now, I don't really know much about art, but I feel like I know enough to what to look for to see if they're like tracing or using 3D assets. I think that's pretty interesting that people would do such a thing. But the writing and the facts or some of the details laid out in here is really what I'm going to be going over and talking with you guys about. And I think it's going to be pretty fun. But that will be for another day. What else do we got? Ron DeSantis is out, and no one's mentioned this. No one's talking about this right now. But I want to be the first one to say, hold on. JD Dallas, they are regime apologists. Fuck them. They are the worst. They worse than actual leftists. They don't even believe in the shit. I can't fucking stand them. Yeah, I mean that goes without saying. Yeah, they're apologists for sure. They're apologists for the regime. They carry water for the regime. They espouse regime media lies, media narratives, and they're just not original people. I mean, if you just, again, the actual Justice Warrior debate versus Destiny, actual Justice Warrior is somebody who has real world experience in the things that he's talking about. He's worked with the David Howard's Foundation, and Destiny just doesn't know what he's talking about, dude. Like, the guy's a fucking idiot. There is a normie that I know, and he likes Destiny, but he voted for Trump and stuff, but like he listens to him, he thinks like Destiny's interesting. I think Destiny sucks. I think the most interesting thing about him is that he's a cuck and he's a lot of fun to tease. And I mean, there's embarrassing videos of Destiny out there on the internet. Like this guy like rolls up on his ex-wife or whatever she is, Melina, and he's like about to make out with her, and he's like embracing her romantically with his arms, and then Destiny's like, "Oh, that's enough. Split it up. Break it up, you two." And it was really pathetic. And I'm just like, oh, fuck, man. The secondhand embarrassment I felt from that. Yeah, I don't care like how great his debate me bro skills are. You lose every single argument by default for allowing your woman, your wife or whatever she is to you, to embarrass you in such a way to de-ball you, which rips your balls off. But we got to get into. I bookmarked some hilarious takes, but before, you know what, we need to go over something really quick, because people are really excited that DeSantis is out, and I guess I'm not that excited about it. I don't think this is a good thing. We need it because it's abundantly clear that the regime has pivoted. The internationalists have pivoted away from DeSantis into Nikki Haley. They did it very, very quickly, which suggests to me that DeSantis wasn't always necessarily a regime shill, but he was definitely a tool being used by them, which is why they were so quick to dump him. Because they're like, we can trick him to do our bidding, but we can't trick him to really go all the way and do the things that we want. Nikki Haley is the girl to do that. So what I would have liked to have seen was for DeSantis to drop out after South Carolina, because he skips New Hampshire. He's fucking dead in the water in New Hampshire. He knows it. It's a waste of time and resources, whatever little resources they have left. So he goes straight to South Carolina. He's meeting with the people, shaking hands, kissing babies. He's doing what he's supposed to be doing. However, the math isn't on his side. The reality, the polling, everything is against him. And he also has this army of surrogates, the most insufferable people on the planet. I mean, the surrogates for the Democrats, as bad and awful as they are, they're not as bad as the DeSantis bros, as I like to call them now. I just want to reiterate something for the people who watch this in the future, who will be joining live, who are on Rumble or Facebook, wherever you are on the internet. I have zero issues with anybody legitimately supporting or voting for Ron DeSantis. This isn't about you or the personal choice you made. I'm speaking specifically of and only of the DeSantis surrogates, the people who were employed or given money by the campaign. and they really are some of the worst people imaginable. Just a motley crew of retards. And you know, besides all like the little mistakes that DeSantis made, the surrogates, in my opinion, are like top 5 reasons why this campaign failed. I mean, these people are just absolute scum. Nikki isn't the girl to get it done. She is the horseman of war who can get it done. Oh, well, you know what I mean, Friedrich Marx. Oh, my back is itchy. Jesus. So what I wanted was for DeSantis to stay in until after South Carolina to cock block Nikki Haley, because they're throwing a bunch of money at Nikki. And DeSantis is, and I know for a fact from behind the scenes, they're smart enough to know that they wanted to drag this thing on for as long as they could. And the best they can wish for is to cock block Nikki Haley. DeSantis dropping out before New Hampshire, before South Carolina, I think that's a fuck you to Trump. I'm saying this right now. I'm banking on the fact that I believe that the move was to hurt President Trump, and him backing out before both of these contests, which Nikki Haley absolutely needs to get very, very close to Trump on. I think this is a way to hurt him. This is Ron DeSantis's last fuck you, and a lot of people are saying that. They're like, oh, well, he's being a good sport. He endorsed President Trump. I think that's meaningless. If you look at the rhetoric, and I'm hoping the rhetoric from the surrogates doesn't really translate over to the actual voters. Again, there's not too many DeSantis voters or supporters. The few that I have met and the few that I've interacted with, like on my personal Discord or even in my life, they're not obnoxious. They're probably going to support Trump regardless. But, I mean, I believe if there's no shenanigans on Tuesday, this upcoming Tuesday, President Trump is going to run away with over 55% of the vote. And and if we're lucky, the strategy to get Democrats to vote for Nikki Haley, to keep her in the race, to award her delegates, to make this appear, give the illusion that it's competitive, I think that's going to fail. And that's if there's no shenanigans. So again, I wanted the DeSantis people to be a part of the race. I wanted them to be involved, because when we have two factions, two groups of voters, the DeSantis camp and the Trump camp involved, in my opinion, both of these groups are honorable. They're good people, and they're not going to allow the cheating and the rigging and the bullshit. But Nikki Haley's people, she's surrounded by a bunch of Democrats. She's being propped up by Democrats and internationalists and globalists, etc. So yeah, this doesn't look too good. I'm not very optimistic about it. I do believe this is a final fuck you to Trump. Trump will choose Nikki Haley. He's going to bait and switch you. Trump is German, and we all know the Germans are like the French. Never trust them. Okay, first off, Nikki Haley is not going to be the vice president at all. She will not be selected to be vice president, and I don't believe that she was ever a serious consideration. That's fake news. She's probably a horse girl, too. Yeah, Nikki Haley does seem like a horse girl. I bet she really liked horses growing up, and you know, she's just so uppity, dude. Like the whole like narrative about her being like, oh, I was bullied because I was brown. First off, I'm fucking browner than you, and I never faced racism, you dumb bitch. Two, like, I don't know, like all these like rich people, whenever they like pretend to be what's it called, like oppressed or discriminated against in some way, it just comes off as so phony and disingenuous. But yeah, she's probably a horse girl for sure. Nikki isn't the girl. Oh, I already read that one. So yeah. Hilarious takes, though. Hilarious takes. The fucking meltdown from the DeSantis bros is unbelievably hilarious. All right, so we got Trump responding to the great news, or to the somber news. I apologize. The somber news that the sanctimonious is no longer in the race. So let's hear what he has to say.
Okay. He just said, will I be using the name Ron DeSanctimonious? I said, that name is officially retired.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Hold on. Somebody screamed something. I think he's like, who's your vice president? I think that's where we're at. Oh, no, he's just like, that guy's fucking hyped up, man. Let's see. Oh, Michael Savage. By the way, Michael Savage, interesting news about this fruitcake. This guy's real name is like Michael Wiener. I'm not even kidding. It's like Michael Weiner. He's a wiener, and then he changed his name to Savage. So that's how he sees himself. He sees himself as a savage, but really he's a whiner. So you know what that means, you guys. He's one of those shapeshifters, pretending to be something that he's not. So Michael Savage, a popular radio show host, he writes, DeSantis could have been a good Republican leader for the next 30 years. Okay, whatever that means. He was destroyed by the vicious Trump team, who spent more time and money attacking him than Biden. Now the Dens can run a corpse and win. All right, first off, I have a lot of contention with this line of thinking and reasoning. First off, Joke Biden was not President Trump's opponent. Ron DeSantis was. I mean, again, Michael Savage, the old boomer man, the guy who does political commentary for a living and, makes millions of dollars. He should know this. This is sour grapes. Let's see. Michael Savage has an interesting history. Oh, I know. Yeah, I wonder what that early life on Wikipedia looks like. DeSantis destroyed himself. JD Dallas, you're absolutely correct. So yeah, Michael Savage sucking it up. Unfiltered boss, total retard. Another one of these DeSantis surrogates. Again, no one knows who the fuck these people are. He has over 109,000 followers. He doesn't have a website. He doesn't have a YouTube. He doesn't have anything. He's just a fucking generic bitch ass surrogate. If I go to media, there's no photos of this dude. I'm not gonna waste my time researching who this dude really is. I'm willing to wager Unfiltered Boss 1. He's not this Latino guy or whatever this dude is. I don't know who the fuck this guy is, but he's got over 100K followers. He does nothing but cry about Trump. We'll get into him in a minute. But this post of his was really interesting. Top 3 reasons why DeSantis lost to Trump. Trump's indictments made Republicans sympathize with Trump. Not just Republicans, but moderates, independents, and even Democrats. The Republican base is still under the delusion that Trump fights for them. Where's the lie? I mean, he is fighting for us. I don't understand. Ron's refusal to hit Trump directly for many, many months. Yeah. That's a minor part of it. Trump Orange Man bad. Yeah. No more DeSanctimonious. Sam Dog in the chat. I'm brown. Boo-hoo. What a K. Oh God. What a K. Oh cunt. Oh yeah. You can't really be saying that anymore. Yeah. Unfiltered Boss sucks. Ron's refusal to hit Trump directly. Yeah. Ron DeSantis definitely should have been a little bit more aggressive. His whole strategy was relying on Jack Smith, the permanent government, the regime to take out Trump via lawfare, throw him in jail, have him, just throw his hands up and quit in frustration. And obviously Trump is not a quitter. He's a very stubborn man and he's not going to go anywhere. Ron DeSantis definitely underestimated him and apparently so did the regime. But yeah, dude, there's more. Excuse me. There's more of these dog shit takes. Look at this fucking meltdown, dude. Look at this guy melting down. I'll be rooting for the Detroit Lions and the Baltimore Ravens next week. I despise the 49ers and the Chiefs. Never mind. That's not it. No, I won't be voting Biden, RFK, or any other Democrat, even if they have an R in front of their names. I'll continue to fight for our shared common values, which were trampled on this primary season. These past 11 months were truly a rude awakening for me. Men come and go, but great ideas last forever. Oh, wow. Okay, that's a little bit more positive than what we were getting earlier. He's probably deleting all his shit posts, all his whiny posts. Get involved in your local politics. Now more than ever, the state races are going to matter a lot. Ron DeSantis and Kim Reynolds showed us how to have free and prosperous states in the middle of great tyranny. Dude, where are the bitch posts? I want to give props to DeSantis supporters who I fought alongside. Dude, you didn't fight alongside anybody. You're a fucking fake account. You're a bot account, dude, with inorganic activity. You worked hard to raise money, post content, do spaces, and do research. The effort in Iowa, where many of you flew there from all. Oh, cut. Let's see. Top 3 reasons. Okay, so below this is when he starts chimping out. Now we can have some honest discussions about where the DeSantis campaign went wrong and what they need to do to be viable in 2028. Ron DeSantis is never going to be viable again. He destroyed his career. It is over. Unfiltered Boss, fake bot account. Ron fought valiantly. Unfortunately, the Republican, no, he didn't fight at all. He didn't fight for anything. He doesn't believe in anything but moronic platitudes that nobody gives a fuck about. Oh yeah, the culture war values. No one cares about the culture war except for fat, retarded grifter nerds on the internet. Unfortunately, the Republican electorate hasn't felt enough pain yet to want to go in another direction. It is what it is. Yeah, cry me a fucking river, bitch. And the Republican electorate has felt plenty of pain. We've all seen the videos, the footage from RSBN of those Trump supporters literally crying. And even people who support Trump and were at Vivek events, they're literally crying. Crying in Vivek's arms, crying in the arms of the RSBN interviewer. And they're worried about President Trump being unalived. They're worried about the fucking commies terrorizing us in unimaginable ways. We've felt enough pain, and the only person who's getting beat up as badly as we are is President Trump. So we're not going to waver from our support of the Orange Man. Ron DeSantis is the best Republican leader in a generation. Yeah, I beg to differ. To see him drop out, he made a pledge to support Trump, and he's a man of his word. However, I will not be joining this poop show. I will be riding in DeSantis, enjoy the red wedding, Republicans, eat a bag of dicks. You're not going to be riding in shit. You're a fucking fake bot account. These are the final words of Ron DeSantis. I'm going to just go ahead and speed this up.
Greetings from Florida. The warmth of being home is a reminder why I've chosen public service. From joining the United States Navy and serving in Iraq, to representing the people in the U.S. Congress, and now serving as governor of Florida. And it reminds me why I decided to run for president, to fight for those who have been forgotten in this country. This is America's time for choosing. We can choose to allow a border invasion, or we can choose to stop it. We can choose reckless borrowing and spending, or we can choose to limit government and lower inflation. We can choose political indoctrination, or we can choose classical education. These choices are symptoms of the underlying struggle to ensure that constitutional government can endure and that Western civilization can survive. And we launched this campaign to bring accountability to government, regain sovereignty at our border, and restore sanity to our society. We cannot succeed as a country if we allow our nation to be invaded, our currency to be debased, our cities to crumble, and our kids to be indoctrinated. The DC elites who facilitated this mess do not care about you, and they do not work for you. They work for themselves. They seek to accumulate power at your expense to pursue an agenda that is harmful to the American people. Citizens do not serve politicians. It is the duty of politicians to serve you. Talk is cheap. Actions speak louder than words. Reversing the decline of this nation requires leadership that delivers big results for the people we are elected to serve. I have a record of leading with conviction, championing an agenda marked by bold colors, delivering on my promises, and defeating the people who are responsible for our nation's decline. That is the type of leadership we need for all of America. Now, over the past many months, Casey and I have traveled across the country to deliver a message of hope, that decline is a choice, and that we can, in fact, succeed again as a nation. Nobody worked harder, and we left it all out on the field. Now, following our second place finish in Iowa, we've prayed and deliberated on the way forward. If there was anything I could do to produce a favorable outcome, more campaign stops, more interviews, I would do it. But I can't ask our supporters to volunteer their time and donate their resources if we don't have a clear path to victory. Accordingly, I am today suspending my campaign. I'm proud to have delivered on 100% of my promises, and I will not stop now. It's clear to me that a majority of Republican primary voters want to give Donald Trump another chance. They watch his presidency get stymied by relentless resistance, and they see Democrats using lawfare this day to attack him. While I've had disagreements with Donald Trump, such as on the coronavirus pandemic and his elevation of Anthony Fauci, Trump is superior to the current incumbent, Joe Biden. That is clear. I signed a pledge to support the Republican nominee, and I will honor that pledge. He has my endorsement because we can't go back to the old Republican guard of yesteryear, a repackaged form of warmed-over corporatism that Nikki Haley represents. The days of putting Americans last, of kowtowing to large corporations, of caving to woke ideology are over. I thank all of our passionate supporters who have stood by us through it all. That we had people volunteer to come to Iowa in the middle of a blizzard to knock on doors and make phone calls touched us dearly. No candidate had more thrown at him, but no candidate had so many committed volunteers and staff. Finally, I want to thank my wife, Casey, and our kids.
God damn, okay, that's enough of that. Let's see. All I hear is political talk from DeSantis saying, American memory is tiny. Ron will be back and the majority will have forgotten. Yeah, we'll move on from him. My B earlier, did you say Ron did this as an FU to Trump? Yes, he did. Or someone tweeted that he just wanted, no, I said that. No one has said that. I'm the only one who's saying that him dropping out this quickly is a big fuck you to Trump. Ron DeSantis made it very, very clear. He wasn't using, wishy-washy language or anything like that. He said he's going to stay in this race to the bitter end. Yeah, the reason why, here's my logic. Here's what I see. Ron DeSantis knows that he does not have a path forward. He knows that this is a fool's errand to continue on in the race. He's very, very tilted about Trump outplaying and outflanking him. The only way for him to genuinely get revenge on Trump is to drop out of the race. so Nikki Haley can catch up to him, and the primary can look like it's almost like there's an actual contest going on. Ron DeSantis staying in the race would only cock block Nikki Haley. Ron DeSantis was supposed to get third place in Iowa. He barely got second. He barely got second place. He had a little bit of momentum. There was a little spark of hope for his voters that he was going to go all the way through with the contest in New Hampshire, in South Carolina, and in Nevada. And that is not happening because he dropped out right before New Hampshire voted. In my estimation, this is a big fuck you to Trump to do this that quickly. And I don't blame him. It's like on one hand, he can hurt Trump. The regime will reward him for it later on. And he no longer has to surround himself with fucking retards like Bill Mitchell. We're going to go over some of his tweets, by the way. So funny. That's what I see. I see a very duplicitous Ron DeSantis here. And again, I mean, listening to the speech on normal speed was pretty different. Dude, it's like Jeremy from the Quartering of politics. Like, he's not saying anything. He's speaking a lot, but he's not saying anything. Just moronic bullshit. Nobody cares. Oh, he cucked, lied about staying in the blue, balling Trump. I mean, it's not. He wanted. I think he genuinely wanted to stay in, and I think he genuinely thought this would have been a lot closer, and it just isn't. It's just a waste of time. But he's very, very salty about President Trump outplaying him. And honestly, the only, like, if I was Ron DeSantis and I wanted to hurt Trump, I literally would have dropped out right before New Hampshire. He dropped out early on Sunday morning, which is today, the 21st of January, and New Hampshire votes in a couple days. So the end of the weekend, all of Monday and Tuesday, voters in New Hampshire are now going to be more than aware that Ron DeSantis is out. He is no longer a thing, and they have a choice. They can go with Nikki Haley, or they can go with Orange Man. Orange Man has been racking up a lot of really high-profile endorsements. That is going to help him a bit. Vivek Ramaswamy, he had more share of the younger people vote than DeSantis, regardless of what the DeSantis bro surrogates say. And obviously, he enthusiastically endorsed Trump right away. He's not committing political career ending of itself. And that might help President Trump a little bit. But keeping Nikki Haley away from the White House and just cock blocking both of them. I mean, basically with DeSantis in the race, he cock blocks both himself and Nikki Haley. But now Nikki Haley is, free to, now there's a lot more space for her to run around. Now she's likely going to probably get a smaller boost because the DeSantis surrogates are chimping out so fucking hard. Interesting. Do you think this helps or hurts Nikki's chances? I don't think she's going to. Okay, if there's no shenanigans, there's no rigging, there's no cheating in the New Hampshire primary or the South Carolina primary, President Trump is going to run away with it. He realistically should run away with it. But now that DeSantis is out of the way, now that he did this, if they wanted to rig it or cheat, and all of a sudden Nikki Haley is 1 or 2 points behind Trump, the pundits, the fake news, the Lugan press is going to say, oh, well, she gobbled up all of DeSantis's voters. This is what they would do. I mean, if I was the regime and I wanted to cheat and make this race look competitive, I would cheat, obviously, and I would use it because, dude, the polling's already done. We already know where people are at in the race. So for like Nikki Haley to be even like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 points behind Trump, I mean, dude, we're talking about historic misses. Like, there's never been a more historic miss ever in American history since we've been doing polling. So for her to catch up to him like that, it would be cheating. But the way that they would excuse away the claims of cheating is by saying that, oh, well, Ron DeSantis' voters were so salty and angry, which they are, that they decided to vote for Nikki Haley out of spite. That's what I'm worried about. Love Vivek's, he's the man, brown man bad. I know, right? Yeah, so that's how I see it. Again, I'm looking at this like it's my job to worry, and it's my job to predict these things, and all of my predictions have come true from this show. Ron DeSantis is not going to, he's going to drop out before Florida. Vivek Ramaswamy was not going to win a single primary in the union. President Trump is likely going to win every single contest in the union. And if there's no shenanigans, he's going to win them convincingly. And what he did in Iowa was not just historic, but it was very, very necessary. He needs to win these things by a massive margin to end this soon, because President Trump needs to rest and he needs to be strategically campaigning throughout the year during this election season. And he needs to not just go to these small towns and, you know, go to McDonald's. I mean, it's always nice to see Trump like that, but he needs to pick off voters in Las Vegas, in LA, in New York City, so on and so forth. Yeah, I mean, he can't really do what needs to be done. He needs to save money as well. If he's, you know, duking it out with Nikki Haley, this fake astroturfed, you know, candidate, this weird, you know, the internationalist candidate. Oh God, my back is so itchy. I need to get one of those little wooden scratching stickies. The DeSantis bros are such cucks. They'll vote Nikki out of spite. Yeah, probably. We're gonna get into that. I personally, the DeSantis bros that I've seen, like the popular ones, they're not saying rah rah Nikki, but I am seeing some comments here and there. So yeah, unfiltered boss, total fruitcake. This guy, again, a total fucking nobody. Him and like Peter Henlon, like who the fuck are these guys? I know some people. We can probably look into this account, see who's really behind it. What's going on here? Like who is this guy? Over 109,000 followers. Who the fuck are you? Joined in 2012. So this suggests to me that he bought this account. And of course, from California. Right. Let's go back to my bookmarks. Cause like, God, dude, I have so many fucking zingers here. I don't know what that is. Not worried about it. We'll watch this one later. Dom Lucre. We'll probably talk about that fruitcake later. Oh shit, I think most of this stuff is for the show tomorrow. However, let's just go to my profile, because I've been liking stuff all day long. Oh yeah, dude, the DeSantis bros. We got Tim Cool, or I think his name is Caledon Free, that fucking fruitcake. That guy blocked me because I was just fucking roasting him. Dude, look at these people melt down. Oh yeah, Chris Nelson is in there, another fruitcake, drug addict.
And he knows he can't win. MAGA knows he can't win. The Democrats are cheering. They are fucking cheering. We have Chase Sixers in fucking prison rotting because Trump told him to go in there. We have Enrique, who Chris spoke to his mother. He's still rotting in prison, and Trump has never said anything to them.
He's so mad. Oh, I like the way you cry, boy. Oh man, they're so fucking angry. Dude, first of all, he didn't tell them to go into the fucking Capitol. That's a lie. I don't know which one of these fruitcakes is crying that way. It's probably Tim Cool, who, again, AI-generated fake avatar, bro. Dude, people rotting away in prison in D.C.? Yeah, you fucking... The DeSantis bros like that. They're celebrating the despair. They're celebrating the hard time a lot of our President Trump supporters are going through. All right, what else have we got here? Peter Henlon. Yeah, who the fuck is this guy? Another one of these fake DeSantis bros. These fake AstroTurfed accounts. Swiss Watch Guy, at Swiss Watch Guy. His name is Peter Henlon. Trump really thinks the party is going to coalesce around him. Dude, it is. I mean, you got guys like, Tim Scott, all the way from J.D. Vance, Kerry Lake. You know, you got, they're all endorsing him, bro. I mean, Lee Zeldin was one of the first people to endorse him. It's a big get. I don't have a pillow promo code. I don't have a podcast. I'm not on anyone's payroll. That's a lie. You're on someone's payroll, dude. So I won't ever be supporting Trump again. And I'll still be attacking him even if he is the nominee. I think there are more like me than the GOP could ever imagine. Dude, the GOP doesn't like Trump. The GOP would like to do away with President Trump. Peter, or whatever the fuck your name is. Again, another one of these fake accounts. 10,000 followers. Who the fuck are you? By the way, I can tell the background here is fake. This is fake. I don't know what the fuck this is, but I'm not falling for it. I'm not falling for it. And Cernovich coming in hot, who also has the same beliefs about the fake bot accounts. You joined in December of 2022, and all you've attempted to do is divide Republican voters. Assuming you're a real person, you have no clout. Enjoy howling alone, forever alone. Based. Thank you. Razor Fist. A selection of Ann Coulter endorsements. Mitt Romney, who she called the most conservative candidate in the field. Ron DeSantis, Donald Trump. It's telling that the only one she's pissed about is the guy that actually managed to win an election. Ouch. Oof. Cool Hand James, friend of the channel. If Trump wants to be extra funny, he should have George Santos as his VP. Oh, God. Who the fuck is that guy? Conor McGregor. He's a little rat. I know, right? Let's see. Are these real? Are these real countries? Pedro Gonzalez, or I like to call him Pedro Gonzalez. He says he's not supporting Trump. And apparently there's this Google map image from Seethenhagen all the way to Copenhagen. Oh, goodness. It's pretty funny. Ron DeSantis has dropped out of the 2024 presidential race. Trevor, good buddy of mine. Sucks to suck, goofball. It does suck to suck. Oh, that was 10 hours ago. Let's see. Well, hold up. Oh, dude, this is fucking great.
Says you should really bring Dick and Vito into the stream for the Alpha Chord and Shittiversity. Alpha Chord and Shittiversity review. Yeah, I wouldn't mind talking to those guys, but I don't know if they want to be here for that. Those guys are way bigger than me. I'm a little. I don't want to invite people on my show who actually have talent, you know, who are actually really funny, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to do. Quartering is welcome. Would you like the link, Jeremy? But Dick and Vito are funny, so I don't want to bring them on here and ruin, you know, their nights.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, fuck the quartering. Quartering's a bitch. Oh man, what else have we got here? Let's see. We gotta look at Bill Mitchell, dude, because this guy's been melting down nonstop. Oh, good old William Mitchell. All right, let's see. Say what you will about Kanye. Wow, man, but he was the first guy to get Trump to say he'll help out the J6ers in prison if he gets back. I don't know if that's true. I feel like President Trump wanted to say something prior to it getting, you know, getting into the minds of like the more normie influencers, but I don't know, man. I feel like he was getting cock blocked. He was just getting a lot of misinformation by Jared Kushner and whatnot. The quartering is going to fix masculinity. He told us so. Dude, fuck Jeremy from the quartering, dude. Again, Jeremy is like the Ron DeSantis of like the grifter sphere. Like, he's so fucking boring and lifeless, and just Ethan Van Sciver just completely nuked this guy from orbit. He doesn't have his own beliefs. He doesn't believe in anything. He like he'll call women mid and shit. Like the people who are like the bitches that were involved in Calendargate. He'd call them mid and stuff. But then he would like delete those posts, and then he would like kiss their asses like literally like 5 minutes after. EVS really threw shade on the quartering. Yeah, it was fantastic. Yeah, no, dude, Jeremy's a fucking soy boy. I know you're being cheeky, but yeah, dude, this is the guy who like simped after Gina Carano and then like drives like 2 states over from where he lives just to go like get a picture with her. I was like sending like videos of Willie Mack's like takedown of Jeremy. I was like, Gina, be careful, this guy's coming to see you. But I don't think she saw or read my my tweets, but I was trying to warn her. I was like, dude, this big fat guy's coming. Like, you should worry because he's like obsessed with you for some reason. Like, I don't know. The guy's just fucking weird, man. And like, he's just like a pathetic, whiny drunk. And yeah, no, EVS is the shit, dude. Like, I never really like. All right, so here's what I like EVS. I think he's fucking hilarious. I think Rainbow the Brute, it looks really, really fun. I might have to buy it. I'm not really big on Cyberfrog, but like, I get the appeal, I get the love. But I just distinctly remember that EVS was hanging out with the Yellow Flash and Nina Stupidity and all these fucking cucks in the griftosphere. EVS is Ethan Van Sciver. He's a comic book, like, not legend, but he's like a comic book professional. This guy worked for DC. He did work on the Wolverine, and he has multiple successful like Indiegogo campaigns for his comic books. And this guy was he's basically like the godfather of Comicscape. Personally, I was on the tranny side that gave the quartering the beating he deserved. Best part is it gave him a concussion. Yeah, apparently Jeremy from the quartering, as tough as he talks and all the shit that he talks, he got his ass whooped by somebody who was like literally half his size. It was like some scrawny dude. I mean, dude, you get hit in the face and you don't expect it. Like, you know, the face isn't that tough, you know, unless you're like built like Arnold Schwarzenegger gamer. Yeah, no, guy's just a fucking idiot, and he's just a liar. He's a total grifter hack. Well, anyways, EVS was yeah, man, he brought him down a few pegs and exposed him for what he is. I gave Jeremy the benefit of the doubt, and to be honest, I wanted to be a part of the ProPublica thingy just to get, you know, ad revenue, to get sponsorships and stuff, and to be a part of this coalition, this network. And apparently, I'm not good enough for these fucking grifters. You know, whatever. It's cool. It's cool. You know, it is what it is. You know, things played out the way that they do. And honestly, just being able to say whatever I want is really freeing. And I'm not really interested in being friends with any of those guys, even though there's like a couple of them that I think are pretty good, like good people, like Jeremy of D-Day Cobra, or like the Geeks and Gamer guy. I mean, he comes from like humble beginnings, and like I think he believes the things that he says. And again, a lot of these people are like Trump voters, or at least they pretend to be. So again, I don't say these things like lightly, but you know, I'm gonna call out liars wherever they are. And Jeremy from the quartering is a liar. The Yellow Flash Tug. I mean, these people are liars. These people are scumbags, and you know, they defame innocent people. If you dare to criticize any one of them, they'll just dogpile you, and they'll defame you, and they'll smear you and whatnot. And you know, like what they did to Vito. And unfortunately for Vito, like, you know, yeah, he's like, you know, a big fat guy, but he you know, he put on a little shield and he went out there and did battle with these fucking nerds, and he won. Jeremy from the quartering, he married a flight attendant. What more do you need to know after that? He's most likely a cuck. Jeremy doesn't have children of his own. He's raising well, Gio, I am the one who rejected your application to the site. I found you too honest and lack of grifting to make you worthy of the site. Try again later after the few lies, please. Oh, okay. Try later with after a few lies. Oh, okay. So I need to lie more. Yeah, I mean, dude, like, how fucking late? Like, do people like seriously? Like, I don't know what it is with these guys, but the whole like, oh, dude, so and so went woke, now they're broke. Like every fucking video is like that, and people just like eat that shit up. I was like, really? Like, do people really want that? You know? But yeah, I mean, it's nah. I'm never gonna make content like that. I really don't want to make content like that. Or I forgot which one, but she stays in other states overnight. All right, AC. Okay, so here's the thing with Jeremy from the quartering. Like, let's say maybe like around a year ago. I'm kind of guessing, but let's roughly a year ago. Jeremy was in a relationship. He was married to a woman, and that woman had a kid. She had a daughter. That was not Jeremy's kid. I know for a fact, because he's like, oh yeah, my wife's daughter. You know, he would say shit like that. And again, I don't really care. It's his relationship, but he's basically married to a single woman, a single mother, and the kid's not his. He has no kids of his own. Now, I distinctly remember that he mentioned that he was going through a divorce, but now all of a sudden he's like, oh, here's my wife. Here's a picture of me and my wife. It's so weird. I don't know what's going on with him. And again, the guy's a drunk, so he could be drunk posting, you know, old photos of him and this woman. I don't know if he's married anymore. I just know that he has no kids and he's a weird creep. And not even that, like, I do distinctly remember him posting photos of himself in a hot tub with Sydney Watson, which is kind of weird and creepy. I've been sending Sydney Watson, spamming her links to that Willie Mack, those Willie Mack videos, just tearing Jeremy a new asshole. But yeah, I don't know what the deal is with him. But yes, he is a cuck. He is a liar. He at the very least, he was married to a single mother, and now he wasn't, or at least he said he wasn't, but now he is. I don't even know. And he's like, I've been with this woman for like 19 years or some shit like that. And I don't know, dude, like, the guy lies so much. The guy has no principles. I don't even know what to believe. So if someone were to tell me he's married, I'm like, oh, okay. If someone were to say he's not married, I'd be like, oh, okay. I just don't know. But yeah, she has her pilot's license. I don't know what her job is. I just know that she has a little plane and she flies around in it, and Jeremy's too fat to go in it. And she'll like get up and leave, dude. She'll get up and leave and like go get pizza with her kid. And then Jeremy will just sulk and cry in his fucking basement. Dude, he's on video doing this stuff. Like, dude, Jeremy's fucking weird. Jeremy from the Quartering is a weird, lying, duplicitous hack, a talentless moron who doesn't believe in anything at all. Isn't he a chicken? Chicken fuck her like Tommy Pool? I don't know. I don't know about that. To a woman. By the way, you cannot like keep shit in kids things unless you have kids. I agree. Did you know about the plane? He bought his wife a plane, then cried poverty. I don't know about that, but that story sounds familiar. I'd have to do a little bit of research, pal. I'd have to do a little research about that. Oh, well, I got some notifications here. Let's see who's messaging me. Oh yeah, just as we were about to DMC, I know, like the, oh yeah, is this Oliver Anthony? Dude, does this not look like Oliver Anthony? Plumber finds 20 bones while digging under bathroom. Never seen anything like that. Dude, Owen Benjamin said that the FBI has compromising material on Oliver Anthony. They think he's a fucking murderer, like he's a serial killer. This guy looks like Oliver Anthony, and now all of a sudden he mysteriously finds these strange bones while renovating a bathroom or digging underneath a bathroom. Yeah, dude, Oliver, this is it. The FBI is like, listen, bro, you placated the Goyim long enough. You pacified the Goyim long enough. We'll just pretend that you found these bones, and we're going to let you get away with murder. And then you can go fuck off and do whatever you want. You served your purpose. You're no longer useful to the regime. Fake name Oliver Anthony. Dude, does this not look like him, bros? Guys, this is him. This is him. So anyways, yeah, the Quartering, really shitting the bed. Whether are you sure you're not confusing Monday Matt and Jeremy when it comes to being a stepdad? Dude, I swear on my life. Jeremy does not have kids of his own. His wife has a daughter. I promise you, dude. I swear on my life I fucking heard it. From Jeremy's mouth. Yeah, I know Monday Man is also a cuck, like a legit cuck. And he tried his best to like conceal the fact that, you know, he's raising another man's kid. But, you know. Anyways, let's go back to Shill Mitchell. Yeah, dude, this guy coping like a motherfucker. Oh. All right, what's he talking about now? This Chiefs Bills game is really good. Who cares? Just paid $2.80 for a gallon of gas yesterday. Okay, who cares? Not over yet. Trump still has to navigate 4 indictments in DeSantis campaign, only suspended. To me, anything can happen right up to November 5th. Oh, dude, it's such a cope. Only way I vote for Trump is Trump and DeSantis. Dude, DeSantis is out, bro. He's no longer one of us. He sold out the January 6th detainees being tortured by the regime. He turned his back on election integrity. Much like Bernie Sanders, Ron DeSantis could have been the face of election integrity. Having firsthand knowledge of duplicitous fat women like Brenda Snipes, and just knowing what the Democrats are capable of, and then all of a sudden he's like, oh yeah, Trump really lost. Of course he lost. I was only kidding when I said I believed the truth about how the 2020 election played out. What else have we got here? Expect to see a lot of this over the next few weeks. And there's a picture of RFK. No, I'm sorry. Let's see. Bill Mitchell, hashtag never again Trump. Oh, okay, so it's like an evolution of the never Trumpers. It's not never Trump. It's never again Trump. Very creative. Let's see. You should make a video essay about him. I think it'll be interesting. Morse code sup? Yeah, maybe I could. I mean, I had to dig up that video, and I don't feel like going through all that shit. Let's see. I would raise another man's kid, but not if its white mother has to be involved, or whore mother, not white. I was about to say, whoa, Friedrich, whoa, what do you mean? What do you mean? You're gonna raise like a little brown baby or something? Donald Trump thinks the Presidential Records Act means all president. Oh God, who cares? Only way Trump becomes POTUS is with DeSantis as his running mate. No other path. Shut the fuck, dude. You made more bad predictions than that one fruitcake. What's his name? Who's always giving the horrible advice on the cable networks. Forget his name. How do you feel about RFK Jr.? How about never RFK Jr.? Fuck RFK Jr. Guy's a bitch. Trust me, DeSantis' endorsement of Trump was just to fulfill his promise. That was the weakest endorsement I've ever seen. Yeah, this is kind of true. This is kind of true. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's not entirely wrong. Expect Trump's legal problems to get much worse. He's going to lose on immunity. He's going to lose on the New York fraud case. He's going to lose on the 14th Amendment. Shell Mitchell, just the melting down is just unbelievable. Well, Trump is now the presumptive nominee. He also can't win the general election. What a mess. What did Trump offer DeSantis to get him to drop out so early? Probably nothing, dude. Dude, there's no bargaining power on DeSantis's side. He's got no leverage. He ain't got shit coming. There's nothing to offer, dude. The more people got to know DeSantis, the more they didn't like him. And Trump barely campaigned the way DeSantis did. Dude, DeSantis went to every single county. He practically lived in Iowa. And the voters said, no fucking way. I don't want this idiot in the White House. I'm not going to vote for this dumbass. If Trump made DeSantis his running mate, I could vote for that because Trump would just be the figurehead. DeSantis would run the country behind. Oh, Jesus. Dude, the coping is so... I've seen libtards cope pretty hard. And maybe they've coped harder than this, but it's just been so long since I've seen like an epic cope. I feel like this just takes the cake. The only reason I can imagine DeSantis backed out today is that Trump, okay, he's like repeating himself like an insane person. Dude, he's insane. Dude, Bill Mitchell is legit crazy. Does anyone think that the Democrats are going to fail to convict Trump when they know convicting him guarantees their victory? That's a lie. I don't believe that. Is Trump a liar, or is he really so stupid believes that bullshit he says? Okay, whatever. Does pride come before the fall? We're about to find out. Should Trump be rewarded for his lies, deceptions, dishonesty, lack of understanding, stupidity, poor judgment, and narcissism? Yes. Hey! While we have had disagreements with Trump on his handling of the COVID and elevation of Fauci, he is superior to Joe Biden. That's called damning with faint praise, folks. In other words, Trump sucks, but he sucks less than the other guy. Wow, Bill Mitchell. I'm so glad that you exist to explain these things to me. Otherwise, I would just be so lost and confused. Something I noticed in DeSantis' suspended speech, his eyes were sparkling. He looked really happy. He was glowing. What does he know? What did Trump offer him? Dude, Bill Mitchell's about ready to get on his knees and start sucking DeSantis' dick. Oh, he's just so glowing, and the sparkle in his eyes. It just couldn't help but imagine his cock in my mouth. I'm Bill Mitchell, and I make the worst predictions imaginable on Twitter. Expect the replace Biden buzz to increase. Let's bet on that, dude. A lot of people are like, Biden's going to get replaced. Dude, the only way Biden gets replaced is like if he falls on his ass and he breaks his legs or something and he just clearly is like can't do it anymore. Or if he is no longer among us, if you know what I mean. Then, yeah, other than that, dude, Joe Biden, even though he's in, he's pretty much a dementia patient at this point. Let's not kid ourselves. The guy still has some cognitive abilities, very, very few. And one of them is I've always wanted to be the president, even if it's through illegitimate means. I just want the prestige. Dude, I think his Jill, the fake doctor, wanted it more than him. Sleepy Joe is like Ruth Bader Ginsburg at this point. Yeah, he's worse. He's worse. At least she had a heart. And Joe Biden is heartless. Guys, we have two chances to prevent Democrats from taking the White House. DeSantis is Trump VP or RFK Jr. Dear, RFK Jr. is not even going to be on the ballot in the general election in every state as an independent. Bill Mitchell doesn't understand how elections work. He's a fucking idiot. Let's see. Do we have any? Where are the funny ones, man? I want to see the funny coat posts. Dude, he's just been fucking melting down all day. By the way, he promised to leave. Hold up. You know what? Fuck this. Let's go back to my liked posts. Where are they at? Where are they at? Ooh, boy. Yeah, dude, what a day, man. What a day. Never. This one's great. The Calvin Coolidge Project. Ron DeSantis has canceled his appearance for tomorrow. I mean, the press, and is no longer appearing on CNN tomorrow as previously scheduled. And then, of course, Razor Fist. Never back down. Some backing down may occur. Not available in all states. Restrictions may apply. Oh man, dude, I could have swore. I saved these posts. Hold on, I'm just gonna look at Bill Mitchell, dude, because I know he's being fucking just relentlessly mocked. Sorry, guys, I thought I had all these things. Oh god, dude, just oh yeah. So on June 13th, 2023, Bill Mitchell writes, "I'm going all in. Unless DeSantis wins the GOP nomination, I will quit social media and politics forever. I can no longer work in a world where a narcissistic, lying criminal like Trump is my party's nominee. DeSantis is in or I'm out." The DeSantis is out. We saw the video. So the quarter pounder with cheese, major Trump endorsement, and Bill Mitchell quit social media and politics forever in the same day. Man, what a day. I'm honestly embarrassed for Trump. He got only 51%. Terrible. Bill Mitchell has totally lost it. Billy Rhodes, yeah. Oh, God, dude. Little William Richard, man. Just losing his fucking... Dude, look at this guy. He looks fucking insane. Oh, look at the media post of Bill Mitchell. Let's see if we can find the fucking crazy eyes. The hell is this? Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, Bill Mitchell looks like he secretly like roams the night in drag like this. And it's like, yeah, where are those young boys at? I want to see the crazy eyes. Dude, he looks like a fucking villain. Like if someone's like, you got to make like an action movie, and I'm like, all right, these are the good guys. I'm like, oh yeah, by the way, this is the bad guy. Like he just looks the part. Look at this dude. Look how fucking evil he looks. Oh, let me see. Oh yeah, Bill Mitchell posted this. Trump wearing a clown outfit and smoking a cigarette. Yeah, dude. Trump can literally come out and do a fucking rally looking like this, and it would be badass. You'd be like, yeah, it's like, I'm the funniest clown, the best. Ringling Brothers got nothing on me. Oh, what is this? Oh. Dude, this guy worked for DeSantis, dude. He worked for fucking DeSantis. Yeah, tell me, dude, this guy is not fucking insane. Unbelievable. Oh god, dude, I can't get over it. Oh, now it's him with pink hair. Very funny. Very funny. God, dude, imagine having to hang out with this guy. Look at him, dude. He's like, yeah, I'm that CIA guy who fucks over the protagonist in the action movie. Oh, let me read some of these messages. Razor Cuck is a grifter. He's a liberal pretending he was exposed by the drunken peasants years ago. Whoa, Friedrich Marx, I need you to elaborate on that. DeSantis wasn't smart with its branding. If Trump had red hats for his supporters, I think DeSantis fans should have worn high heels to show support. That would be pretty funny. What did I just walk in on? For no reason, you walked in on the end of DeSantis's career. Bill Eyes, the bad guy in the future Sex and the City movie. Oh, okay. I could see that. Razor Cuck, Razor Fist, I apologize. I don't want to say he's a grifter because I don't really see the grifting there, but he definitely wants to capitalize on the large audience of people like Eric July. He did a stream not long ago with Eric July, and he's been very, very quiet about what Eric July's gotten up to with that shitty ISOM book. Now, like, here's what I don't get. Like Razorfist doesn't, like, he's not shy to, like, internet drama. He'll slug it out with people like Angry Joe or the video game retard guy, Angry Joe. Joe, whatever his name is. And he doesn't like hacks. He doesn't like disingenuous, soulless, content creator / artist. Yeah, he's palling around with people like Eric July, who obviously he clearly didn't write that piece of shit ISOM. I don't think anybody could have written such an incoherent piece of shit, even someone as illiterate as Eric July. He didn't draw it, so he's not an artist. Like, what did he do? Like, what exactly did he do? And even like as an idea, like ISOM as an idea, it's not original. It's not blowing wind up anybody's skirt. And this is abundantly clear, months after the book has been in people's hands, because nobody was talking about it. And it was only until somebody challenged Dick Masterson to review it, nobody talked about this piece of shit. They were just raving on about Eric July's so-called success in business skills or lack thereof. And now that's no longer the focus of Eric July. Now it's Eric July and the potential alleged charity fraud. Eric July and the book that was not even drawn. It's not even sketched. People have found the buildings and the rooms in the comic book. They found the 3D assets of those things. And all that was needed to do was to apply these cheap filters. And Eric July had some basic bitch script or just like an essay as to what the story is about and who it involves or whatever, probably like a few paragraphs. And it was stretched out to 100 pages or however many pages it was. The people who actually created ISOM, the fake drawings, the fake 3D art, the fake writing or whatever, the ghostwriting, none of those people gave a shit about the comic book. Nobody gave a shit about the story. It's fake. It's all garbage. Like, none of it's real. And which is why when people asked Eric to his face, what is the plot? Tell me, what's the first act? Explain the first, second, and last act. Yada, yada, yada. Explain the rising action. And he couldn't do it. Because he didn't write it. It was likely written by a ghostwriter. He didn't draw it. And everybody in all the characters sound exactly the same. They all sound like Eric July. They all have Eric July's motivations. They all have his manner or way of speaking. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if there was like very little dialogue that was written in some kind of goofy draft and that's all that was used. So maybe the ghostwriter didn't even ghostwrite it. There's two schools of thoughts. Either this was written by a ghostwriter, drawn by someone who didn't give a fuck about the actual artistic aspect of comic book making, and they took the money and did the least amount of work possible because they didn't give a fuck about Eric July. And Eric July got bamboozled. He'll never admit it, though. Or Eric July did write it, and it's easily one of the most poorly written comic books in the last 100 years. What has Razorfist made that's original content? Zero. Buffing, that's what. Well, he is making a he actually wrote a book. He actually did write a book, like the pulp books, like a couple of them. And he is doing a comic book with Alexander Yiopoulos or Popoli or whatever his name is. The guy's kind of cringe and kind of weird, but whatever. Razorfist is a soul shill. He pretends it all. I actually think it was Destiny who was on the DP that BTFO him to the point of being exposed. Dude, send me a link. I would need to see a link because I've never heard of Razorfist being called a grifter. I mean, out of all the people to call people grifters, I don't think Razorfist would be one of them. I just don't see him as a grifter. I mean, he is legitimately funny. He's very quick and witty. I mean, that comes naturally. He is talented as a public speaker. If he writes the scripts to his the videos, it would suggest to me that he's telling the truth. If fair use or copyright could be an issue for your work, you have created nothing original or of value and are parasite effectively. Copyright could be an issue. Well, yeah, of course. Yeah, you know, he ripped off the ISOM name. He violated the copyright to that church for sure. I don't know if it's like a violation of copyright law to reuse those digital assets. Again, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I just know he sold his fans this fantasy. We are going to take on DC, Disney, Marvel, etc., whatever. We're going to win the culture war if you give me money. And if you give me money, I'm going to put in your hands an awesome comic book story where there's no cocksucking. You're not going to see a man suck another man's dick. There's not going to be any wokeness in it. It's going to be like a right-wing book. It's going to be an anti-woke book. We're going to dance on the graves of these comic book Disney writers. Eric July is so delusional. He thinks he's in the same league as the people who work for Disney. And he's not. Oh, that's delusional. I mean, it's like me saying I'm in competition with CNN or MSNBC. It's like I'm not, because I do these broadcasts. I'm not in their ballpark. I'm not in their business. I'm not in their league at all. And Eric July is certainly not in their league either. He's delusional enough to believe so, but the reality is he doesn't even come close. Now, even if they have dick sucking and transing kids and shit and all these woke comic books or whatever, those books are still light years ahead of Eric July's writing. They at least have like a story, right? There's still like a story structure that could be easily followed. Eric July's book is nothing. It's just this angry magic American who is upset about being disrespected, which isn't hyperbole. Like that literally is ISOM. ISOM is victimizing people because he was disrespected. Does that sound familiar? That sounds like Eric July. It really does. Yeah, Eric July's a shitter. My goodness. Had to add a disclaimer to his website. The character Isom is not affiliated with the Good Shepherd Ministry. Oh, fucking what a piece of shit. Eric July had to add a disclaimer to his website. Yeah, get cucked, bitch. Hashtag never Trump. I'm voting for Trump, actually. Yeah, it's pretty funny. This guy, Raven's a cool dude. Oh, goodness. Speaking of grifters, this Don Lucre guy is a total piece of shit. He's an epic grifter himself. Oh, boy. Father shoots wife and 3 daughters dead inside home in Chicago suburb. Aw. Medicare just called into Ralph on Robot Streamer. We are so back. Oh, is Medicare going to make it? Who wins the Super Bowls? 49ers. God, I hope the Chiefs don't win. Fuck Taylor Swift. Yeah, Chris Nelson, DeSantis bro. And this guy's a total drug addict. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has never called me names or sicked an online mob on me. Oh, it's okay, dude. We're not going anywhere, Chris. Super presidential attire from Tricky Nikki tonight. Ooh, what is she wearing? Yucky. Yeah, this is probably what she wore when she went out to go cheat on her husband. She said, yes, Manny, thank you for making me the luckiest man in the world. He who finds a wife finds what is good and receives favor from the Lord. What? Senator Tim Scott's getting married? I thought he was a rainbow guy. I'm going to say congratulations, but I'm thinking some consultant said being a bachelor hurts a person's potential for a VP slot for some reason. Oh, man. I will be dude, if this guy gets selected as a VP, which I don't believe that he will be, but if he did, I wouldn't vote for President Trump. Oh, no, dude. No. I don't believe this. Look at this, dude. She can't even look at the fucking camera right. She's looking off to the... She's looking in a different direction than he is. Tim Scott is focused. She is not. Oh, no. By the way, Tim Scott probably likes men, which is fine. You know, whatever, man. To each his own. Oh, fucking damn it. I lost that Pokemon again because I ran out of fucking cards. I don't know what that means. Ron DeSantis is 100 times classier than Donald Trump. Trump did not deserve an endorsement from Ron DeSantis after what he and his MAGA minions said about DeSantis and his family. Yeah, I mean, there were, first off, MAGA didn't say anything about the family. There were a handful of individuals, a small handful, who were being very mean and nasty, and I personally disavowed. Yeah, this, and again, another fake account, 12,000 followers, bot, total bot. The GOP is not united behind Trump. No, but the voters are. He just got about 50%. He got over 50% in Iowa. Not about. He got over 50%. And he's polling similarly in New Hampshire. He is looking at a huge enthusiasm deficit. That's a lie. In the general election compared to Biden voters. Dude, it's January, bro. We have a very long time until the election. I don't think Trump is worried about it. I'm not even worried about it. Dude, just imagine like scaring people in January. Like, again, you see shit like this, just call them, just be like, LOL retard. Here, LOL nerd. Yeah, that's all you gotta say. Like, don't take these people seriously. I'm not gonna engage in like some fucking debate. Suffolk University Boston Globe poll: Trump widens lead over Biden, bird brain, and the sanctimonious. I like that word, the sanctimonious. It just rolls off the tongue. Whoo. She's a wife. She's a virgin. Well, dude, Tim Scott's like in his 40s or early 50s. I do not know how old Tim Scott is. She's looking at Chad from college. Nikki be slinging the fish curry around. Oh, dude, she is. You know what? Let me get that article up. Because most people don't know who Nikki Haley really is. Like how nasty and duplicitous she is. Hold on, someone's messaging me. I got a pending friend request. Okay. Anyways, back to my links. Look at this coping. This one's actually kind of a big one. Sununu, that is the governor of New Hampshire. Governor Sununu, and says Haley doesn't have to win in New Hampshire as new poll shows Trump's lead growing. So Trump already had like a 50-point lead. Oh, and apparently that lead is growing. Of course. Oh shit, that was today. That was this morning. Oh man. So that was before DeSanctimonious announced he was dropping out. Yeah, fuck Chris Sununu. Chris Sununu is a little bitch. But it gets worse because we got more. More on Sticky Haley. Oh yeah, I was gonna show this link. This is from the Ron DeSanctimonious website. And look at this. All the events cleared out. This is the official events.rondesantis.com. I noticed this like a few days ago. So I was like, oh shit, the writing's on the wall. Like DeSantis is done. Like it's over. They're literally out of money. Very, very funny. What else have we got? Oh, I got some better shit though, guys. I got some better stuff. Oh, where is it? Where is it? Oh, you know what? I was going to use it in a 304 segment. All right. So we got to go back in time for a few moments. Now, once upon a time, Haley, this is Nikki Haley. This is young Nikki Haley, by the way. This is 2016 Nikki Haley. No, I lied. This is Nikki Haley in 2010. It's 2023. Haley denies second rumored affair. Oh, so the first one, not rumored, but the second one is? or they're both, whatever. Let's just read a little bit of this. So this is back in 2010. South Carolina gubernatorial candidate Nikki Haley is denying an alleged affair Thursday, the second time she has had to do so in as many weeks. South Carolina lobbyist Larry Martin said Wednesday that he had a one-night stand with Haley during a 2008 trip to Salt Lake City for a conference on school choice. Until Wednesday, Marchant had worked for Lieutenant Governor Andre Bowers' campaign against Haley in the Republican primary, for which he was paid more than $50,000. Dude, like the Republicans could pay me the $50,000. I'll make them legit. They will win. That would be, dude, fuck them. With inflate, dude, my consulting fee, $150K. If you want me as a consultant, and you'll win. In a statement, Bowers said he asked Marchant to resign once he learned of the supposed relationship. This is a false and outrageous, desperate attack from a losing candidate's paid campaign consultant in the final week of the race, Haley spokesman Tim Pearson told Politico. As Nikki Haley rises in the polls, the good old boys in Columbia see their taxpayer-funded fraternity party coming crumbling down. And they will say or do anything to hold on to their power. This is South Carolina politics at its worst. The people of our state deserve better, and when Nikki Haley is governor, they'll get it. Marchant's claim came 10 days after political blogger Will Folks claimed to have had an inappropriate physical relationship with Haley. Folks has far been unable to present proof of an affair despite frequent promises to do so. And like Folks, who previously pleaded guilty to domestic assault, Haley's defenders can point to Marchant's December DUI charge and attempts to discredit his claim. During a GOP candidate forum Wednesday night, Haley called the alleged affairs disgusting politics, pointing out that they only surfaced after the polls showed she had taken the lead. There's really no need to read any more. Nikki Haley is still married to the same man when these claims were made. Nikki Haley, allegedly at this time, cheated on her husband, who was a member of the armed services. He was overseas in Iraq at the time. I believe it was Iraq. He was fighting the terrorists, fighting for our freedom. How does Nikki Haley honor her husband's sacrifice? By shoving a big fat cock in her mouth and sucking on it until she was blasted in the face by a goo bazooka. That is who Nikki Haley is. Now, we are on the brink of the New Hampshire primary. Well, get a load of this. This is published on January 19th of 2024. The primaries are literally a couple days from now. It is the 21st of January. Exclusive. Nikki Haley did cheat on husband Michael. Had affairs with her comms consultant and a married South Carolina lobbyist before she became governor. Sworn affidavits and new witnesses claim. Nikki Haley, 51, denied claims she cheated on her husband Michael before she became South Carolina governor in 2010, saying she was 100% faithful. Sound familiar? Now, multiple GOP insiders tell the DailyMail.com that they were intimately aware of Haley's infidelity at the time, saying it was totally out in the open. And I'm sure all those guys were like, when is it my turn? I want that used up puniti. Communications consultant Will Folks, 49, and lobbyist Larry Marchant, 61, both signed affidavits in 2010 alleging they had sexual relationship with Haley. Yeah, she's fucking finished. See, this is why I'm surprised that Ron DeSantis dropped out. I mean, he could have honestly gone all the way. He didn't have to drop out. I mean, he got second place in Iowa. This doesn't make any sense to me. Presidential candidate Nikki Haley falsely denied cheating on her husband when she was accused of engaging in 2 extramarital affairs during her gubernatorial campaign, multiple sources who worked with her claim. New witnesses have come forward telling DailyMail.com that Haley's denials of 2 alleged 2008 affairs are false and that the supposed trysts were brazen and widely known among South Carolina politicos. Will Folks, 49, and Larry Marchant, 61, both signed affidavits in 2010 alleging they had sexual relationship with the then South Carolina lawmaker before she went on to become the governor. While the contents of the affidavits were described by major news outlets at the time, this is the first time they have been published outside of Folks' own document, which he published on his blog. Haley, 51, denied both at the time, saying she was 100% faithful to the father of her 2 children and husband of 28 years. 28 years, dude. and she fucks those men, riding them like a pony. Well, Michael Haley was out defending her country, who was deployed in Afghanistan. Okay, not Iraq. Sorry, guys, I misspoke. It was Afghanistan with the National Guard in 2012. Haley now frequently cites him as a reason for her presidential candidacy. Yeah, you think that's going to make up for you fucking other men? Stupid bitch. Her little Indian son here, he actually grew up to be like kind of like a little Chad. You know, just tall, dark, and handsome. I don't know about you guys, but if I don't know what the relationship between the kids and the dad is, but like, if I found out, like, let's say I belong to a family like this, rich, well-to-do family, honorable careers, and, you know, I have a loving dad and he loves me and, you know, he provides for us and, you know, I'm very grateful. If I found out my fucking whore mom cheated on my dad like that, dude, guys, I don't know if I could forgive her. I mean, that sting of betrayal, just, that changes people, man. That changes people. So over here on the left, this is Larry Marchant, and I think the guy on the right, who looks much older than Larry Marchant, this is the Folks guy, Will Folks. Both multiple GOP insiders told DailyMail.com that they were intimately aware of Haley's infidelity as a South Carolina lawmaker, including tales of steamy liaisons in the back of her Cadillac SUV. Oh, God! Canoodling in her lover's laps at bars and nights spent together in Columbia, South Carolina duplex. Haley has not responded to Daily Mail's request for comments as of the time of the publication. So she's basically farting on some dude's dick at a bar, probably getting their cocks hard, teasing him, getting him ready for the night out, a restless night at their South Carolina duplex. Oh, God, fucking Nikki Haley is so disgusting. The news comes as Haley's campaign gears up for the January 23rd New Hampshire primary, a fight to regain second place in the race for Republican presidential nominee after Ron DeSantis secured a 2-point margin over her with 21% of the vote in Iowa caucuses on Monday. Sources spoke to DailyMail.com about Haley's alleged affairs after noticing her rosy references to her relationship with her husband, a major in the National Guard who is currently deployed in Africa on her presidential campaign trail. Dude, how hilarious would it be if this soldier, the military dad, if he arranged her downfall? He's like, my stupid whore wife is so ambitious. She just wants power so badly. She'll fuck anyone to get it. She'll flirt with anyone to get it. She'll screw over her old boss to get it. And she'll hurt me to get it. So he arranged for all of this to drop mere days before the New Hampshire primary. I hope he comes back from his service and he serves her a divorce. And he tells her, I was the one. I did this. That would be fucking epic, dude. If I was writing like a House of Cards style drama, oh, dude, you better believe I would have a fucking like story arc like that. Oh, dude, just pure drama. Dude, this is better than House of Cards, by the way. Whew. So, Friedrich Marx writes, so Nikki is what all women are. Santa Claus was right. A hoe is a hoe is a hoe. If she cheats on her husband, she will cheat on the campaign. Yeah, probably. Nikki is done. I agree. Friedrich Marx, oh, on won't go all the way, but we know Nikki will. Oh, yeah, right. I know, right? This brings up a new question. Are those his children? Well, they were together for 28 years. I'm going to lean towards yes. Those are his kids. However, if I was him, dude, I'd be ordering paternity tests. I'd be like, look, we're gonna order some fucking paternity tests, or I'm going to the press, and this is gonna get ugly, and then I'll really secure, the presidency or the nomination for President Trump, and make this so uncompetitive that to even think about the race is a waste of time, a fool's errand. I mean, dude, you got to play dirty, man. Fuck, dude. Dude, reading this, look, we're laughing at Nikki Haley. We're making jokes at her expense, calling her, for the streets and shit. But, dude, like, if I was in the military, dude, I would not be in a relationship. Look, recreational use, sure. I wouldn't get married. I wouldn't have a girlfriend because this shit is all too common. You're just setting yourself up to get heartbroken. You're just setting yourself up to be jaded. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I don't know. Maybe I'm not that brave, I guess. I'm not that brave, I guess. All right, so this is a more recent photo. Nikki Haley has been spending about an hour at each event, talking to voters and taking selfies. So these look like suburban women. Are these fucking bitches down with what she did? Cheating on her husband? Military war-fighting husband? When was this photo taken? 1996? Yeah, he looks somewhat decorated. I mean, he's a major, so yeah. Sources spoke to Daily Mail about Haley's alleged affairs that they're noticing her rosy references to her relationship with her husband. Let's see. Where's Tim Marchant? Marchant, who was married. Oh, Marchant was also, dude, Marchant also for the streets. The lobbyist for the streets as well. I know he's a man and we don't really say they're for the streets, but dude, legit for the streets. I don't know, dude. Maybe she's a good lay. I don't know, dude. Dude, politics is fucking weird, man. I mean, I don't know, dude. I could probably imagine like there being a lot of attraction to someone like Haley because she's like kind of like an alpha woman, like she's going out there, she's like kicking ass and she's like debating people and shit. And I can see like lesser men falling for that. And I could see it. I don't know, dude. Nikki Haley's. After a night together of dinner and drinks with other participants of the conference, Rep. Haley and I returned to the hotel together. We went back to her room where we had sexual intercourse. And I spent the remainder of the evening. I left her room at approximately 6 a.m. I came forward publicly on this matter only after being contacted by the press after hearing Rep. Haley claim that she had been 100% faithful to her husband in response to the folks' allegations when I knew her statements were absolutely false. So this would suggest to me that Marchant probably had a huge crush on Haley. And Haley being for the streets, only wanted to use Marchant for like his fat cock, but he loved her. He probably really loved her. So when she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm faithful. I love my military husband who's fighting for our freedom. I would never cheat or leave him under any circumstances whatsoever." Marchant came forward because he was the jealous lover. He was the scorned lover. Damn, dude, this is getting juicy. Marchant, who was married at the time, divorced in 2013 with his wife, citing the alleged Haley affair in court papers. Burn. The Republican presidential candidate managed to successfully squash the allegations and avoid scandal, and ultimately went on to be elected governor in November of 2010. But one South Carolina GOP insider told DailyMail.com that they knew about Haley's alleged affair with Marchant at the time. She was in Marchant's office all the time. Ooh, she'd be there at 11 or midnight. Ooh, the two of them would be drinking. Ooh, the former associate of Haley said. The GOP insider said he had also seen Haley get into the back of her off-white Cadillac SUV with her other alleged beau. Folks, Jesus. I saw them sitting in it a few times with the windows steamed up. Oh yeah, dude, she was definitely sucking his dick in the back seat. A second prominent South Carolina Republican said he regularly saw the distinctive Cadillac outside folks' duplex. Dude, like, oh man. Again, dude, she's got kids, bro. This is almost as bad as Andrew Gillum being found butt-ass naked on the floor of a sleazy motel room. Roaches and shit crawling all over his sweaty, slippery, naked body. And of course, there's a bunch of rainbow dudes there, nude as well. That guy had fucking kids, and he almost became the governor of Florida. This woman very well could have become the president of the United States had President Trump not been there to cock block him. And, if DeSantis put up a much better fight, he definitely would have sealed the deal. Oh, man. Oh, dude, Nikki Haley, dude, for the streets. You know what I should do? I should probably do like a, it would be a fun video segment, or like a fun video like essay series, like talking about like politics, like the sleaziest, like the greatest streetwalkers in politics. Jackie O comes to mind. President Franklin Roosevelt's wife comes to mind. Oh, dude, she was banging all the brothers, if you know what I mean. Nikki Haley obviously comes to mind. Bill Clinton, definitely a streetwalker for sure. The guy, he raped a woman when he was like the governor in Arkansas. Most people don't know that. Goodness, man. There's some, that'd be Marjorie Taylor Greene, Lauren Boebert, total streetwalkers, totally for the streets. Let's see. This is an eye workout. I can feel my dinner. Yes, they are down with her. They are hoes themselves. Easy, yeah. This is why I can't run as a politician. Things I didn't know I did in the past would come up. Oh, AC, yeah, they absolutely would. This brings up a new question. Oh, I read that one already. My money is the kids, ain't his, but his brother's. She that much of a freedom works. I'm not trying to say anything out of turn here. Yeah, dude, things in your past will come up for sure. Again, I thought about running for office, but I would be putting my family through hell. Again, I have an extensive history. I was a troublemaker. I've been engaged in a lot of relations with women, and I could imagine a few of them coming forward saying I'm like a bastard and stuff, and it wouldn't be pretty. And I don't know. I've been with chicks who had boyfriends and stuff. I mean, I didn't really fucking know, but then, it's like it happened and it'll make me look bad regardless. And yeah, however, if President Biden or Joke Biden, I apologize. I misspoke. If Joe Biden says something like, oh yeah, there's going to be a draft and we're going to draft people, I could probably run for office, and it doesn't matter what my past is, because the alternative is being sent to go fight in a war that they want nothing to do with. And anybody who opposes it is who I'm going to be voting for. And that would be me. So essentially the country would have to be really desperate for someone like me to be viable. And then I could probably survive anything in the future. I went to college. It's about all you need. Yeah, I know, right? I mean, I don't know, dude. Like, I feel like a lot of the embarrassing shit that these politicians like did or went through, like no one really cares, I think we're at a point where it's like life is so fucking dire and daft. Like, do we really care? Could Corn Pop run? Dude, well, I think I told you guys my theory about Corn Pop. My theory is that Corn Pop is a real person, and Corn Pop may have been like a cool greaser guy, and maybe he smoked cigarettes, maybe he was a troublemaker, maybe he got into a little bit, got into fights a little too often than he should have. But he noticed that Joke Biden was a PDF file, and he was, kind of macking on children. And he says, and he steps up to him, he's going to whoop his candy ass. And that's why Joke Biden had to pull out a knife and defuse that situation with a deadly weapon. I believe Corn Pop is a real person. I believe Corn Pop was trying to defend the kids. And Joke Biden, being so mentally ill and retarded, he tells it in a way that like makes him the sympathetic character, makes him the hero in that story. He was a bad dude, man, Sleepy Joe. Yeah, maybe bad for you, Sleepy Joe. He was in your way of preying on little kids. I have the same problem. It is fine. Do what we can in small ways. Yeah. I know how that could be, Dallas. I know how that could be. All right. So yeah. Nikki Haley's a piece of shit. So I don't know what else there is to say. Jesus Christ. Let me see. So just told Haley and her lover, Will Folks, were spotted drinking and canoodling at restaurants and bars around Columbia, including Zaz. Oh, it's a pizza joint. Brick oven pizza. Oh, dude, this is probably really good. Yeah, dude, she's done. Haley insisted she was 100% faithful to husband Michael Haley, pictured together during a fundraiser in Iowa last June. So she's still with him. Or he's still with her. Bro, what are you doing, man? Oh, yeah, by the way, the daughter, she's a coal burner. I will not elaborate further. Yeah. Dude, if I was the husband, dude, this is it. Dude, now's your chance to get back at her. I wouldn't even be surprised if he was slowly feeding information to the press just to fuck with her. just to get back at her. I would. And I would tell her that I did it. And then I would divorce her. And I'm just going to assume that she makes more money than him. No offense to members of the military, but I know that the job doesn't pay well. It's like, hey, you get to fight for Israel and you're going to get dog shit pay? Yeah, no thanks. Dude, this guy looks like the guy on the left, Will Folks. He looks like a skinny Brooklyn dad, Defiant or Compliant, whatever his stupid name is. 11 Geo with random 304 facts. I know, right? What can I say, man? It's like, look, dude, I live in Vegas, so I know all about the 304s. Look, I had a 304 phase myself. That was old me though. I live a new life now. Now I'm a puppeteer and an electrician and a broadcaster. So yeah. Jesus Christ. Fucking Nikki Haley. Dude, so who knows what's gonna happen? Who knows what's gonna happen in New Hampshire? My hope is that Nikki Haley underperforms. So hopefully she gets less than 30% of the votes. And President Trump ends up with over 55. That would be pretty nice. Okay, so hear me out, AC Rides. He probably stayed with her because he sleeps with other guys and he got drunk with a guy at a gay bar. It was a guy at the bar who leaked the info. Ooh, that would be a very, very strange turn of events. But it is not unheard of. It is not unheard of. Look, I've heard stories that Nancy Pelosi's husband, he prowled around for that young blood in certain bars, in certain scenes in San Francisco, where they're from. Now, we all remember what happened with the fake break-in, with the fake assassination attempt, or whatever the hell they were trying to label it as. That one guy, I think his name was David. So David the fruitcake, the BLM activist guy, he breaks into Nancy Pelosi's house looking for Nancy Pelosi. Again, this is the Speaker of the House, right? This is the House Majority Leader. And no one knew anything. They had to randomly call the cops. And then the husband, Paul Pelosi, and the fruitcake, they both open the door together, both in their underwear, both smiling. And then, of course, we get this fake hammer attack. Now, I've seen some real shit. That was fucking fake. Gio was a bad dude, man. I know, right? Yeah. I was Corn Pop. I used a time-traveling device to go back and stop Joe, but I was thwarted by a pocket knife that was in Sleepy Joe's, I don't know, work bag or something. So, yeah. It was, Nancy Pelosi, Paul Pelosi, in my opinion, in a video game, probably likes young boys. Not young as in like little kids, like PDF status, but younger dudes, like 21 and shit. Imagine being overseas, going home to your wife, getting donkey. I know, right? Yeah, dude. It's like, yeah, he's like, oh, honey, I'm home. Oh, she must be in her car. Hey, why is the SUV so steamy? He opens the door. It's like, what the fuck? It smells like some dudes having sex back here. And then he just sees his wife just covered in goo. Looks like she fell in a fucking, I don't know, tub of ranch dressing or something. Just a lot of sperm. I don't know. It just seems like it happened a lot. Just based on the affidavit, just based on the facts. Oh, but yeah, she's finished. Who designed this website indeed? Oh, look, the notification is at the very bottom. The character Isom is not affiliated with Good Shepherd Ministries International or the International School of Ministry. Dude, he probably had to pay them like a small fee just to have this disclaimer. To be honest, if you marry a woman, you deserve to get cut. Well, Friedrich Marx, disavow. I think if you're in the military and you marry a woman, I don't think you deserve it. But, you're playing with fire. Okay. We have another DeSantis bro influencer. Reese is her name. Again, who the fuck is this bitch? Conservative mama bear and wife. UF, so it's University of Florida, Army veteran, pro-life, pro-2A, deadpan Latina, Spaces host. Too cool for the Keynesian school. Principal, dude, what insufferable nonsense. Like, dude, like if this chick was like trying to like hit me up on Instagram, I would say no. Or not Instagram, Tinder. Okay, again, dude, look at this photo. This is AI generated. This is a fucking bot account. This is AI generated. No, this is fake, guys. I mean, this isn't even filters. I can tell easily by the hair here. This looks very artificial. The texture on the face, again, this is not even a filter. I mean, at least, filters, like, yeah, they beautify you a bit, but they still make you look like an actual person. This is fake. This is 100% fake. Also, this image doesn't even make a lot of sense. So she's looking down at the ground. She has her phone by her belt line, and she takes a photo of herself pointing upwards towards this building. Like, yeah, dude, this is fucking fake. Another fake. And almost 10,000 followers, 5 subscriptions. So someone's paying for this fucking bullshit. Thou shalt put no other God before me. And of course, there's a fat golden calf Trump. And being worshipped by people in red hats. Very funny. Let's see, what else do we got here? Yeah, so Reese is just melting down. Very upset. Hashtag Trump is toxic. All that matters now is saving the House and the Senate, which Trump will try to lose for us again. He never tried to lose those things. Dude, Ann Coulter is just another fucking old lady, another old streetwalker, a childless woman just chimping out about Trump all day. Goodness. I was teased every day for being brown. Here, let's listen to this really quick. This is Nikki Haley crying.
Town. We were the only Indian family in our small southern town. I was teased every day for being brown. So anyone that wants to question it can go back and look at what I've said on how hard it was to grow up in the deep South as a brown girl.
And now she's fucking all the white dudes. That'll show them.
Anybody can look at my record and see when Walter Scott was shot down by a dirty cop, how I made sure that the Walter Scott family didn't suffer because we put the first body camera bill in the country in place. Anybody can look at the fact that when we had 9 amazing souls die in Mother Emanuel
Dude, what the hell
Church,
is she wearing, bro? She looks
I
like
did
a
something that
prostitute.
no Republican or Democrat ever wanted to touch.
Let's see, dunk on Indians. Oh, bro, I don't want to say anything racist, and I don't got issues with Indians. If you guys want to see like some hilarious like content like that, Owen Benjamin is like he's on fire. You can't just elect an orange domestic supremacist over a high-heeled meatball. I know, right? Let's see. Can we dunk on that old bitch Ann Coulter some more like a zombie? Actually, dude, I try not to look at her, man. The history books will refer to Trump as a living legend in politics. I wonder if the rich people will stop lobbying and just enter the political field to push their business. And Coulter, Regio, always Beast Dota. Oh, what's going on? Always Beast Dota. I know who you are. I think that's Aaron. What's up, man? Hope you're doing well, dude. Hit me up on Discord. Yeah, dude. Like the funny thing about Ann Coulter, I might have mentioned it before in the past, but it's worth bringing up again. Dude, this woman has zero. She has no personality. She has no redeeming qualities, like on a personal level, and she has zero sense of humor. She's not funny at all. There was a Comedy Central roast, I think, of Rob Lowe, some Hollywood guy. He used to be really, really popular way back in the day, and she's not a comedian, obviously. So the network, the TV network that was hosting the comedy roast, they're like, we'll send Ann Coulter some jokes, well, some writers, some comedians. So they're like, all right, Ann, we wrote these jokes for you. What do you think? And some of the jokes were self-deprecating. So that means she was going to make fun of herself. And that's like the whole point of roast. Everyone's making fun of each other. Sometimes people goof on themselves, and it's all in good fun because it's to honor Rob Lowe. She was like, no fucking way. I'm not going to make jokes about myself. Like, she didn't understand the concept of a roast. She didn't understand any humor whatsoever. And it was beneath her to make jokes at her own expense. The funny thing is, it would humanize her if she was capable of making jokes at her own expense. but she was above it. So the roast happens, and everybody, people, I think some of like the actual comedians who were on the panel, they got wind of what was going on because Hollywood isn't that big. Everyone talks, everyone's cool with each other and shit. And like, I think Jimmy Carr just fucking ruthlessly just destroyed Ann Coulter. Ann Coulter later on revealed in an interview that, you know, she's like a tough woman, you know, whatever. She can handle, you know, pretty much anything. And that's kind of true. But they were so mean to her on that roast. If you guys ever watched the full Rob Lowe roast, you'll know what I'm talking about. She's like, I almost wanted to cry. Like the whole time I was fighting back tears because they would just not stop making fun of me. And yeah, they're just like, yeah, dude, Ann Coulter's a dumb bitch. She doesn't want to be a part of the program. She didn't want to make the jokes. So instead, she basically trots out this fucking cringy Trump book. Again, I love Trump. I'm voting for him a million times. Don't fucking care. But if I see something that's cringe, it's cringe. Like Anomaly, that shitty streamer guy, the guy who like does the god awful cringe rap. He made the worst pro-Trump rap song I've ever heard. It was so cringe, I almost wanted to turn into a communist. Ann Coulter basically did the equivalent, but with a book. And yeah, they made fun of her for it because she's fucking lame. She actually made Trump look lame. Like, why are you talking about Trump? You guys are supposed to be making jokes about Rob Lowe. Unbelievable. Hold on, let me read some of this. Let me read some of this stuff. Anyone can look at my record and see I'm a whore. Oh, you're streaming on YouTube as well. Dude, I'm streaming all over the place, Aaron. I miss the days of us playing PUBG together. Do I miss you? I miss playing games with you, period, man. Everyone hates on the right. I don't know anybody else like her that is hated that much. Nikki, thank you. Come again, buddy. Ooh. Make fun of the DeSantis coping. Oh, we'll get there. We're gonna read some of the Ann Coulter cope in a second. Face is so dirty when she gives you a BJ, it counts as anal. Ooh. Who is Ann Coulter? Ann Coulter is an unlikable old lady, Aaron. So yeah, we got to read some of her tweets. Let's see this the melting down. Well, let's see where's Ann Coulter. Fuck it, hold on. Let me just type it in. All right, let's make fun of Ann Coulter. Yeah, she used to be really, really popular, like in the early 2000s, mid 2000s. And I don't know, she just kind of faded into obscurity after she betrayed Trump. All right, here we go. Join Ann Coulter's Substack. No, thank you. All right, so at the donor's request, Nikki is 100% for open borders. New column, next million fentanyl deaths are on you, New Hampshire. All right, so, I mean, this is kind of funny. She's depicting Nikki Haley as a little Mexican lady with a mustache and a sombrero. It's pretty funny. Let's see, 3 hours, all that matters now is saving the house. Okay, I just read that. All right, here, let's go back a little bit. Gotta go all the way down just a little bit more. Yeah, let's see what let's see what nonsense is coming out of her mouth. Yeah, dude, she's just been melting down. All right, so it's January 18th. Trump has posted over 25 times about Jean Carroll today. What the fuck are Republicans doing? We are on the suicide mission? Question. Oh, shut up, bitch. You mean tweeting law and order in all caps over and over again doesn't do the trick? Shut up. Shut up. What else we got here? Oh yeah, dude, she's tweeting. Dude, she's reposting content from Peter Henlon, the bot account. Trump just blamed Nikki Haley for J6. This is ridiculous. He is done. It's up to the GOP primary voters to wake up to reality before it's too late. Okay, I want to address it before we scroll up a little bit. The reason why he did this, there's multiple reasons why he did this. Most people don't know that the Capitol Police is under the control, under the direction of the Speaker of the House. At the time of the January 6th fake hooliganism event, it was Nancy Pelosi. Everybody knows that. However, the news doesn't like to point out that the DC police is under the purview of Congress, and they do not answer to the public, and they do not even respond to FOIA requests. They are directly under the control of the House of Representatives. So when President Trump wrongfully stated that Nikki Haley, bungled, J6 or whatever, people, the press is coming out and saying that it was actually Nancy Pelosi, something that they didn't want to admit. So they're trying to pretend that like Trump is like a moron. Dude, he just played them. Now people are talking about who was responsible for the J6 chicanery. All right, let's see. Where's her? Oh yeah, she's retweeting this fucking fruitcake. Pedro Gonzalez. DeSantis has banned public colleges from using your money to fund DEI programs. And okay, who cares? about January 20. About half of the country wants those things. ABC Ipsos poll: 2/3 of Americans think J6 charges against Trump are serious. A majority say very serious. I doubt it. Sounds fake to me. 23 hours ago. Oh my god. Ugh. Come on. Where's the good shit? 4 hours ago. When you wake up on November 6th, blame the donors. Oh, here we go. Here's an epic quote post. NBC, MAGA Inc. spent more than $23 million on anti-DeSantis advertising, and the super PAC backing former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley spent even more hitting DeSantis. New York Times, money soon started to run low. Big donors had been turned off by Mr. DeSantis's gaffes. What? The donors gave over $100 million to Ron DeSantis, and he lost. He got the more people got to know him, the less that they liked what they saw, which is what I kept saying. I kept saying to everybody, the more people get to know DeSantis, the less they're going to like of him. The Sun Belt is not the Rust Belt. Blah, 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 blah. I've said this a million times. Conservatives just don't understand this. All right, hold on. I got to read some of these posts here. Let's see. DeSantis bro meltdown. Trump, because all the right people seem to hate him. Anything could be a psyop, though. I don't think Trump is a psyop. Something I learned recently was that you can't rely on the government to save you. For example, if you have a gambling addiction, people are still going to gamble even if it's legal, right? Yeah, it's pretty much right. Yeah, absolutely. Don't try your best to go through life without relying on anybody or anything. You really can only count on yourself to get through really difficult times. I mean, you just make yourself vulnerable when you're reliant on the government to save and protect you, when you're reliant on other people to protect you. And, because you never know when someone's going to backstab you. You never know when the government is going to be unfunded or it's going to fall apart or whatever the case may be. Or some idiot president, some idiot moron like Joe Biden will end up becoming president and just start ruining everything. And then you're fucked, especially if you were depending on them to save your ass. And a lot of people are realizing that now. Like this happened, I think, yesterday. There was this girl. Maybe this makes me an asshole. Maybe people are not going to be sympathetic with what I'm about to say or be on my side with this. But I'm an open book and I'm being honest. This girl posts on Facebook in a Facebook group, and she's asking for food. She's like, I'm not even asking for money. I need help. I'm a single mother. Anything helps. People were offering food. People were offering, any assistance they could. It was very heartwarming. I get it. And then I go to her profile because I was just kind of curious. I'm like, who is this woman? Who is this girl? She lives in my hood, if you will. She lives in my city, in Henderson. And her cover photo, her cover page or whatever, the cover art on the top of the fucking Facebook profile, it looked like it was her wearing a mask, and the mask was the black supremacist fist, and it said BLM on it. Black Lives Matter. So I snarkily posted, I was going to help, but I ended up seeing this photo on your page. You voted for this. You supported this. You brought about your own suffering. Oh, I fucking laid into her. I didn't call her names or, say for the streets or, I wasn't a dick or anything. But I'm just so sick of people fucking whining and crying, running around with their hands out. And I just want to see a little bit of accountability. So I wake up and I have like fucking 12 notifications. Of course, she deleted the post, but a bunch of people responded to it. I'm sure people are messaging her and trying to help her or whatever. And it's probably the right thing. But yeah, whenever I hear people complain or bitch about like the economy and stuff, I like to, well, how did you vote? Did you support this nonsense that we're going through? And even now, people are posting like, "Oh well, good. You need our help. You need our votes, maggots. So you should be nice to us, DeSantis bros." First off, I was never fucking mean to any DeSantis voter ever, on a stream or in my tweets, all of which people can watch and listen to. I was very nice to them. It was the surrogates that I have a problem with. And by the way, you guys can have a fucking shitty attitude all you want, but if Trump doesn't win, we're likely going to see World War III if we do not see it before the election. we are likely going to see a draft and all kinds of horrible things. The United States is going to be terrorized in ways we can't even imagine. And yeah, your little tough guy attitude, your little baby tantrum is going to be meaningless. And again, if Biden wins somehow miraculously, oh well. It's got nothing to do with me. I'm not going to fight his wars. I'm not going to get my dick blown off in Israel. I'm not going to get my arm blown off in Ukraine. I'm saying right here, I already know how to get out of it. I am not going to be drafted. I am not going to do the bidding of the regime. But a lot of the DeSantis bros, younger, you know, they're more rah-rah military, they're more pro-Ukrainian shit. They'll bear the consequences of their actions or inaction. Yeah, that's the game you want to play. Go ahead. We most likely need to wait like 60 years before the feds unclassify the J6 notes on their operations. Oh God, I know. Do you want MTMG writes? Well, do you want someone who won't fix the economy in office, or someone who will make it worse by week 1? I know. I love an active chat. This channel has grown so much. Oh, thank you, AC. Don't forget to hit that like. Maybe the traffic will bring in debate bro to calling one day. Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I mean, it would be fun to do maybe not like a debate, but like an actual contentious conversation with someone like Hunter Cryalone. That'd be pretty funny. I think talking with Destiny would be pretty interesting. Even though I really don't have a lot of respect for him. I think he's kind of a shitter. MTMG, yeah, usually channels explode in activity some random day, so Gio will never know when one day a specific story will let his channel blow up. I know. Well, dude, like, I should have been more prevalent during the Eliza Blue stuff, but I don't want to be just like, you know, milking fucking like drama and shit, because it's not a reliable way to grow your channel, I think. You got to be like a real person, and hopefully people stay for that reason. And it's like a variety channel, so a lot of people like watch my videos and they have no idea I stream, or some people who watch the stream have no idea I make, you know, standalone content. But I do plan to do all of that more. It's just like this month has been crazy. If World War III happens, I'm just gonna say I'm retarded, mental illness, dude. That's Aaron. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. I promise you, that's not gonna work. They don't care if you're retarded. They've lowered the standards to enter into the military. But there's ways to get out of it. You have my information. You come talk to me, Aaron. I'll make sure you're all right. Sam Dog, one of my greatest miracles in disguise for me was getting rejected last second from armed forces for old marijuana charges. It's not a bad one, but that's not the foolproof way to get out of service, because they can, you know, some executive order or whatever, even if it's illegitimate, they'll waive that, and they're like, oh, off you go, Sam Dog. Got to go fight and die for Israel. And you're like, hey, what the fuck, man? But I smoked weed. I got weed in my mouth right now, and they won't care. You have to be a real person, Joe. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, like it just, like, I try not to be a jealous person, you know, because it's a sin. But I can't help but like get salty at retards like the Quartering being as popular as they are, just knowing like everything about them is a lie. Willie Mack Show did an amazing breakdown of that guy, and not only that, like the whole like the fake dropship coffee shit. And among other things, you know, I mean, dude, the guy like is like he goes to grape fantasy subreddits, like that. This is who he is, but he acts like a moralist and shit. And I don't know, he's disgusting, and I'm just salty that he's as popular as he is. But now I don't care. Now I'm a free agent, and I'll say what I want when I want. New conspiracy theory: Joe is a puppet. He isn't a real person. The person controlling his Geo puppet did it so he won't get doxxed. It's pretty funny. Didn't Trump say he was going to lower gas prices below $2? Aaron, he did. Gas used to literally be under $2 when he was president of the United States. Can he do it again? Yeah, maybe, but it's going to take a national effort. I mean, one of the, like, most people don't want to admit this. People who are like super rah Trump, but the reason why Trump's economy was so successful, it was, so it's going to sound cheesy, but a lot of it had to do with faith. The majority of us had faith in Trump. We believed in Trump, and then we believed in ourselves, and we took risks, business risks. We went out in the world, and everything just got better because we wanted it to be better. We all fought for it. We all made it happen. It wasn't just like Trump, like, you know, waving a magic wand, you know, like people have to believe in it. You know, people started pulling back on investments. People started pulling back on spending, pulling back on hiring. when Joe Biden became president because people do not believe in the economy. They do not believe in the success of the regime. Plain and simple. Off you go, Sam Dog. Time to fight for Israel. I know, right? Let's say like Biden ends up winning the election magically somehow. I wouldn't mind working for the regime, but like my job would be to like drive around in a truck and like load up all these little retards. But like, get in the truck, bitch. You're going to Israel, you know, just setting them off to fight. I'm just like a draft collector. I'm just collecting draftees, like people like runaway draftees. What countries are we gonna go to war against if Trump doesn't get elected? Oh shit, dude, that's a good question. We might be in conflict with Latin American countries. I can see that. I can imagine our relationship with Canada becoming contentious. Not bloody, but contentious for sure. We might have trade disputes with the Europeans. If we're lucky, though, Trump is able to kind of hold it all together and negotiate like a motherfucker. And not only that, I mean, America is not the only place where we're seeing elections. We're going to see really big elections throughout Latin America and throughout Europe, the consequential ones, obviously. And everything is moving to the right. So Argentina just had, Javier Milei, very, very popular right now. And, he's making the rounds on the internet and doing a relatively good job. I know he wore the tiny hat. I know he's doing the song and dance, for them. But I think he's doing all right. All things considered. So, who knows? Maybe all these great things happen at once and we avert crisis. They were very close to giving me clearance of my ASVAB. Test was above average. You're right, though. If it were an emergency, they ship me out in a heartbeat. Yeah, so one strategy, and I'm in this group of like genuine dissident people, and we were talking about this, and I told them, I was like, what's one thing the military absolutely hates right now? And it's guys like me who are, I guess, right wing. They don't like white people, and they absolutely detest racism. Well, I am not a racist myself. I am not a bigot myself, and I do not promote racism or bigotry. I can show them the memes on my phone. I can show them the messages that are sent to me, and it would look like I'm saying them. And I would instantly be disqualified from service based off of my personally held beliefs. I can show them episodes of the watchfrogs, and I would probably be instantly disqualified from service based off of personal ideology alone. That's how you really get out of the service. I mean, again, right now the armed services, it's all ideological. It's all what's it called? Like narrative based, right? If you don't promote the narrative, you don't promote the message, they don't want you around. They'll fire you, well, not fire you, but they'll make you quit. But we're at a point where it's like, dude, white people aren't joining anymore, and I'm gonna go over that tomorrow. Aaron Gayson, don't start, Aaron. You're gonna get me in trouble. Guy on a buffalo. Oh, we got a viewer over here on DLive. Guy on a buffalo. What is up, my man? Hold up. Speaking of which, fuck, I've been neglecting my Rumble people. Hold up 1 second, you guys. Shit. Shout out to everybody that's on Rumble. Thank you guys for joining. I'm glad that you're here. And of course, Facebook. Woo. Okay. So yeah, we're about 2 hours. So yeah, there's really no more need to go beyond this. So I just want to say really quick, my predictions for the New Hampshire primary. If there is no shenanigans, no cheating, President Trump is going to easily get over 55%. We are likely going to see a decline in support for Nikki Haley based off of the cheating scandal, and because President Trump just keeps racking up high-profile endorsements. If we're lucky, we'll find out that his vice presidential pick is either going to be Carrie Lake, Kristi Noem, Ben Carson, or Lee Zeldin. I lean more towards Ben Carson or Lee Zeldin, but who knows? If Trump just completely crushes Nikki Haley in New Hampshire and in South Carolina, which are upcoming, she may very well drop out, and this primary is going to be 100% confirmed over. I mean, for the most part, it is. And then Trump, like I said, he needs to rest. He needs to plan. He needs to be very strategic in how he's campaigning for the general election in November. And that's what we can hope for. But yeah, DeSantis is out. And of course, I believe that DeSantis, remember, you're going to remember here first, DeSantis dropping out when he did was a fuck you to Trump. Will that pay off? Will that be successful? I don't know. But the DeSantis bro meltdown, worth it. It was a really great Sunday. It was a fun Sunday. And I'm really glad that everybody was here. And I had to get this in because I don't really want to talk about this on Tuesday. Because Tuesday is, again, the primary. We'll be talking about the results of that. And, of course, we got a bunch of streetwalkers. We got a hoax hate. We got all kinds of stuff, you guys. All kinds of stuff. Let's see. I know how to get out of the service. Let's all star in Army Boy porn. No, dude, if we star in Army Boy prawn, they're going to want us in there even more. We'll boost morale. We can't do that. When do the elections start? Aaron, the elections started a while ago. We just had the Iowa caucus, and President Trump ran away with it with a very impressive and historical victory. And the next primary is this coming Tuesday in New Hampshire. And I predict that President Trump will get over 55% of the vote. He needs to, like, if he really wants to, like, really rub it in and send another message to the regime, it needs to be over 60%. But I do predict 55 at the very least. And that's if there's no cheating. So that's where we're at. And DeSantis bros melting down is hilarious. So yes, please, for the love of God, leave a like, subscribe, and support the channel and help me to remain independent. And puppet making content is coming up, guys, because I'm going to be doing a series for the people who are going to buy my patterns. Among other things, dude, I have all these ideas. I have a list of videos that I've been wanting to make. I just have not had the time to make them. But again, I'm almost about to slow down with the work that I'm doing. And once that slows down and I get like proper days off, I'll be able to hyper focus on it because I do owe Vito Giswaldi a puppet. Did you see the 2020? We know they can cheat. Yeah. Yeah, we know they can cheat. Do you think elections can be rigged? Aaron, yes. Yes, of course. Aaron, yeah. No, I'm not going over this again. I don't want to sound like sour grapes. Election's bullshit, but we got to move forward. We got to fight. There's not going to be any black pills. You know, and this is really how we win. You win by participating in the process, whatever the black pillars think. Whenever they're like, oh, we can't vote our way out of this. Well, what are you going to do about it, tough guy? Nothing. They're going to fucking go on the internet and cry and bitch and grift like the quartering or Dom Lucre or whatever. You got to volunteer. You got to phone bank. You got to canvas, donate. All that stuff. Make sure to have faith in the votes as well. I don't know about that. But right now, I have faith in the caucuses. Nevada's going to have one. And I do plan to register as a Republican for the first time ever in my life. And I will caucus for President Trump. And I'm going to get one of those juicy precinct captain or caucus captain hats. Those look pretty damn cool. I want one. I want one so badly. And I will get one. All right, everybody. Well, it is late. Well, it's not that late. It's only 9:45. It's about to be 10. I got some stuff to do. Everybody, regular show this Tuesday. Tuesday's the New Hampshire primary. Put out the good word. Let everybody know to vote and support the Orange Man and to make an account on X and troll these bastards into oblivion. Like I said, we got to have faith. Yes. That would be sick. I know, right? All right, everybody. Thank you for joining. God bless. Had a great time. We're going to have a blast on Tuesday. Peace out.